So there's two different things we worked on. So the first one, this loneliness, actually came from not receiving much physical hugs and contact from her dad, which she desperately craved as a little girl. So we were able to reframe her subconscious to see that we can't always get from the people we want the external validation or the physical contact. She wanted physical hugs. That's the thing she most missed about her relationship. And so we were able to show her how she can get hugs from anywhere. That physical connection that we crave can actually come from anywhere. It's one of the reasons why I started dancing when I first got divorced. Latin dancing enabled me to have the hugs, because I am a very touchy-feely person, enabled me to have that without any of the sexual ickiness. So dancing was my way of getting physical contact as a single girl, single woman. And the second element was a feeling of shame she had been carried around. Now this one's a little bit different. It was the past life, and the shame was actually from not being able to cope. So she's very busy at work and really struggling with the workload, which was very demanding. And she had a little bit of, I should be able to handle this. And when we looked at her past life, she was a man and he was a cook. He had a lot of responsibility as head chef for getting everything right, all the rest of it. Now this was still in this century, so it was maybe about in the 1960s, 1970s. He was not able to go to the employers or the owners of the restaurant and ask or explain that they were feeling overwhelmed and struggling with all of the responsibilities. And so the reframe was, well, you can go and ask for help, but what we need to do is ask it in a way that is solving the problem instead of creating another one for the employers. So we were able to say, look, if I'm able to have an apprentice or some helper, I'll be able to get them to do some of the things that aren't in my best skill set. So give him some of those lesser quality skills, and I can do more. I can be a better boss for all the other chefs. I can train them up. I can spend time with the other cooks and chefs to upskill them, and therefore everybody is benefiting. Of course, the customers get better service because everybody is upskilling, and the restaurant is getting more sales because everybody's happier. The customers are happier, and then the staff are happier, so retention rates are higher. So we were able to help the client kind of come up with this new perspective of how to have that challenging conversation in her past life when she was a cook or a chef. The shame of not being able to cope carried over. It's the stuff that's locked into our cells and our DNA and into our memory banks that's just not true for us in this existence, or this relationship, or this workplace, or this health dynamic. Whatever it is that we're going through, a lot of it's not true. It's just a subconscious belief that energetically we're believing to be true. So I hope this helps you see maybe some of the things you might be doing that actually this isn't the truth. This is something that I've taken on that I don't need to carry on believing anymore. I hope it helps. I will see you next week for more client wins. Bye-bye.